right, Coach starts out with an open statement. We'll open the floor to questions.
No, first, obviously, Happy New Year's to everybody and Happy New Year to my team. We had so much respect for Auburn, watching them almost beat Oregon, playing some top teams and just, a heck of a team. And then I knew this would probably happen. Near coming back, that was her first game. And we know how good she, gave us minutes here at Mississippi State. And they need an extra big, and I thought she was great. But most importantly, I'm just proud of my team. Proud of how they fought, especially against a Auburn team that is known for their defense. I thought you have two ways to attack it. You either can play scared and set up plays, or you can attack it to score. And I thought we attacked it to score. A night that Trey, who never gets love over the last month, was phenomenal, but also her teammates as well.
It was a really back and forth game in the first half, but you guys start getting some separation in the fourth. I guess just tell me, what does that say about your team that you guys just keep responding and eventually just put them away?
Yeah, well, I think, again, credit to their defense. It's one of the top 11, I think, in the country. But you know what? We play defense too. And that's what you saw tonight. I told them, listen, if we come in at half and it's 25-20, heck of a first half. Like, you're going to have to brace for an ugly game. They want to play three-quarter. They want to take the air out of the ball. They want low possessions. They want delay. Shout out to our fans because I know they don't like watching that. They want tempo and fast and energy, but hopefully you watch a team that grind, claws, scrap, and look like a team that was trying to go 1-0 tonight.
Talk about out-rebounding them 46-24. I know that 46 is impressive, but only giving up 24, that's outstanding.
Yeah. Again, I want to start with Jayla Lampley. I've challenged her behind the scenes. I think she's one of the best offensive rebounders in the country. And then a night tonight, they did a phenomenal job hitting her. For her to come up with 5 defensive rebounds, she's a sophomore. Okay, that's the girl I need, and I'm gonna tell her that again tomorrow in film. And then again, just a great effort from everybody. Favor had a quiet night, but boy, was she felt. She's everywhere. 13 rebounds. Madison Francis. All right, I'm proud of her. She's also a sophomore right now. She had 1 turnover, and I told him before the game, what I'm excited to see tonight is not what happens when you do the turnover, but how do you respond? That's toughness. That's what it takes to win in the SEC. Next play, she comes down, gets an offensive rebound and a putback, and had a look in her eyes of like, I'm in this to win it. And I was like, oh, baby, let's go. All right, so again, and then Chandler. Chandler's been phenomenal. I hate that her streak broke, right? 5 straight double-double games. She had still 5 rebounds, 6 points. Rich was phenomenal. Obviously, that was her old school at Auburn. 6 rebounds and is working as hard as ever. She got me 30 minutes before shoot-around today, and we put in a hard workout. So could not be more happy for all our young women. And again, at a time where you all have a responsibility to write about individuals, I hope we write about a team, because that's what I'm excited about right now is I've got a great team going against another team this Sunday in Oklahoma who I think if they're in the right bracket could possibly be a Final Four team.
Kind of alluded to it already, but Jayla and Madison, maybe didn't start off hot, but caught their footing in the second half. How would you feel like they responded, playing the SEC tonight?
Yeah, I thought it was great. Obviously, film's going to be good when you can have a win. And I thought there was a couple moments they had freshman moments. They had the ball in their hand, and Auburn is phenomenal defensively, swiped it out, and it kind of threw them back from surprise, like, oh, man, that was impressive. Like, they've never been ripped before. And so they got tougher and they fought through. So, when you make those adjustments, and then I thought one of the play of the game was, and me and Jayla have been really working behind this on the scenes, Jayla, you're a phenomenal driver. She had a drive there in that fourth quarter that was beautiful. But I said, you can't do it all the time. If there's 5 people in the paint, there's going to be a moment when you get to this next level because they're watching film, they're going to blitz you. You got to get off the ball. And I think her first assist to Dez was that moment. She drove, they pitched in, she got off of it, and now if you're the opposing team, you got to change the scout. And that's what I try to preach to my women is play the game the right way, do what's necessary, and good things will happen.
Destiny and Chandler are back from last year, and they know a little bit about the wars of the SEC. Did you see anything from them this week, kind of letting everybody know what they're fixing to face?
Yeah, they know it's time. To your point, again, I think we have the least we're tied there, I think, with Auburn with the least amount of returned experience. We had a little, hoorah to celebrate Sanford, but then, just again, everybody had that look. And like I tell y'all, words are nice, but actions speak. And I can't be more proud of this team since December 1st, the work they're putting in. And again, I'm going to educate our fan base, and that's why I'm challenging everybody, to come and sell out this bottom bowl. If you could see the amount of hours they're putting in behind the scene right now when there's no school, it's impressive. It's the most impressive I've been since a head coach. We're going early morning workouts. Then you got weights. Then they're coming back in practice, and I've had no bad practices. I know people are like, yeah, he's saying that. No, this team's special. Their character's on point. They're working hard. They love each other. They're in the training room. Shout out to my trainer and my strength coach. Our conditioning looks phenomenal. Everybody's 2 feet in. My staff is doing a phenomenal job. I've got them broken up where everybody's got a part and everybody's got a voice. And again, we've got a well-oiled machine that we need to keep on this, but we got to keep a 1-0 mentality because, again, we're possibly playing a Final Four team here Sunday.
You mentioned earlier this week Auburn wanted to keep it around a 50, 60-point game. You guys finished with 75. I guess just tell me, how do you feel like your offense did tonight?
Yeah, great. I mean, again, if you're scouting us, you got 5 people that are scoring double-digit points. So who you stopping? Who you going to play off, right? And then, again, I think the storyline for me is, and it deserves it, is Madison Francis is named National Freshman of the Week. Then she's ESPN Top 10 Freshman. Then you got Favor, who's SEC Player of the Year. Then you got Jayla Lampley, who's SEC Freshman of the Week. Chandler has 5 straight double-doubles. Dez has 2 back-to-back 10-assist games. And you know who you're not talking about during the whole entire time? You're not talking about Rich, and you're not talking about Trey. And then for Trey, again, this is a winner, y'all. I can't speak enough about Trey. Trey started off at Arizona State, the big-time player. Then she goes to North Carolina, who's a great program, just didn't get the opportunity, but scored 18 at one point against Louisville and has shown it. And then now, that was my word for her at the beginning of the year, is between you and Sanaya, you guys are going to have opportunity, and you're going to be able to rewrite a script, and boy, are they doing it.
Kind of already touched on it, but just talk about the matchup with Oklahoma and what it's going to be like going on the road for the first time.
Yeah, it's going to be it's like us. You know, when we talk about who to play off, you can't with Oklahoma. It starts with returned experience, which I think they're up there with as much return experience. You ain't going to surprise them at all. Their coach is, first and foremost, phenomenal. If there's anybody in the league who I think matches my energy, she's one of them. I've got great respect for her and what she's done with that program, both basketball-wise and also recruiting. You know, they landed the #1 player in the country at the point guard position, Chavez, who's fighting for SEC Freshman of the Year. Peyton Verholtz, who I signed at Louisville, is one of the most untalked about kids in the country at the wings. And then, again, if I only go to talk about 3 papers, Beers. She is an absolute workhorse. She's a stud. So we've got our work cut out. I know my staff will have a great scout. We'll pray for safe travels to get up there. And then, again, at this point, we're playing with house money. We're not supposed to win. It's on their court, and we got to expect their best punch. But we need to play loose, and we need to play together.
All right, thanks, y'all.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Happy New Year.